that I don't believe in the later on and packing this up to make it look good. I believe in if you're gonna have a local slot, give it to a local. Don't bring a guy just because he pledges his allegiance and he has a U.S. passport. You bring him over here, you pay him the money to go play.
Welcome to US Cricket Talk. It's your boy CG the Genius, and I'm here with co-host BIGNATE. How are you doing tonight, sir?
So far, so good. Can't complain, my brother. Happy to be here.
Are you still hurt about a local?
A little bit. I'm a little bit hurt, but it's okay. We got some clarification for the fans that we're gonna go through in a little bit, but it'll get better.
All right. So in today's episode, we're gonna go over what it means to be a local in the MLC tournament, the Major League Cricket that is happening in the USA right now. We'll also be going over a local league just to see what is happening. It's the knockout stages. We have a lot of rivalry coming up. Big Nate wants to meet CG the Genius. I'm not
Yes,
sure if
sir.
we're gonna make it there. They're already one step ahead of us,
Yep.
but we just gotta do the goods to see what will happen. Yeah, we're also gonna go over that brief little stint of what West Indies is doing in England. even
Ooh,
though even
breathe.
though even though it's not US cricket, but we're from the Caribbean, so we're still gonna touch on it. Not a big deal. But we should have a good conversation tonight. Remember, you can always go down in the comment sections so we can continue the conversation there. Yeah, so Big Nate, first up, how do you become a local in the MLC?
All
How
right, all right. So I did my research. Welcome back to the fans who have been rocking with us from day one. But if you didn't see the last episode, we were going over the local players. Apparently, I came across a little bit hurt, down. Maybe I actually was. CG called me out on it. But I went back to the drawing board and did some research. So what I found out is that to be considered a local, you have to follow the ICC guidelines that are set for that country. So MLC is going by the fact that if you are pledging to hold a qualified visa or you establish permanent or primary residence in the US, continuing to satisfy the ICC guidelines, you will be considered to be a local. That's one of the stuff that I found out. And in the ICC's guideline, here's the kicker. You should stay in the country 10 out of 12 months for 3 consecutive years. That's what I found out upon doing my research.
Okay, so I have questions.
Oh,
So
I'm waiting.
at the beginning, you informed that the ICC guidelines for your country. So
Yes.
do different countries have different ICC guidelines?
I'm not sure if different countries has it, but I know I looked up the guidelines for USA. I think the criteria might be the same for anyone who's wishing to represent that country that they want to play for. But I found the player eligibility regulations from the ICC for if you wanted to be qualified to play for the USA. And if you take a look at that, we have that as well.
Yeah, I was just asking because I just wanted to know if it's different for if like I'm trying to move to England to play for England. But
If
what we're
if if,
trying to
well, if it's the ICC and they set the rule, I think it should be the same. So I think if you decided you wanted to go play for England, you would have to establish that guideline in England, which would be 3 consecutive years staying there for 10 out of 12 months, and pledging to hold that country's permanent residence for that time in order to represent that country. That's what I think.
yeah, but there's still a gray area. So what you research
Mhm.
is talking about playing for the US, but you
Yeah,
can still be playing cricket local in the United States and you're not willing to play for the US. So
exactly. But based based on what we found, it says the player was born in the relevant country. So it just depends. So if it's USA, if it's West Indies, if it's England, I think the guideline they're gonna have guidelines for you to follow before you're able to represent that country internationally, if that makes sense.
And again, I'm pressuring you.
No pressure.
I know you might not have the answers, but I still
Mm-hmm.
have the questions.
Uh-huh.
So you seem as if you're focusing on players playing for USA internationally.
Well, based on what MLC is saying, MLC is saying if they have you'll be considered a local by pledging, right? This is going off what I researched for MLC, pledging to hold a qualified visa or have established their primary and permanent residence in the US and will continue to satisfy the ICC's guideline regarding 10 out of 12 months for 3 consecutive years. So basically, MLC is saying if you pledge to hold a qualified visa and you establish primary and permanent residence, you will be considered a local to play in their tournament. That's what I'm getting off of the MLC research that I did. Now, if
Okay.
they're going off of the ICC guidelines, when you look to see what the ICC guideline is, that's where we get the stipulations of how long they have to be in that country and the qualification criteria they have to go by. So yes,
Oh,
you are correct. There's going to be some gray area. There's going to be some dancing around because technically, if you were born in the USA but you moved to Australia and you've been living there for 25 years and you want to come and play Major League, yes, you can pledge your allegiance to come play for the country and play Major League. You'll walk right into the team. Is that what you're hitting? Is that what you're hinting at? That gray area?
and just to put this out there as well. So it doesn't state anything that you have to be playing cricket locally in the US.
So if you go to the ICC player eligibility regulations, it states it there. I'm looking at that right now. It
Read it
has
out,
that.
reread it again. Reread it again.
So
All
I
right.
have two. So I have the MLC one that I found, but I also have the ICC regulations. So
Give us a brief summary of both of them again.
okay, so MLC states that officials determine that a player could be local if he meets the standard by pledging to hold a qualified visa, have established their primary and permanent residence in the U.S., and will continue to satisfy the ICC's guideline regarding 10 out of 12 months for 3 consecutive years. That's what I got from the MLC research that I did. On the ICC's core qualification criteria, it says a player shall be qualified to play for a National Cricket Federation where he or she satisfies at least one of the following requirements. It states the player was born in the relevant country, the player is able to demonstrate that he or she is a national of the relevant country, and three, the player is a resident of the relevant country. So
So it
there you
still
have it.
doesn't. So it still doesn't state anything about playing cricket locally in the country. As long as
Well, if
you
you go down on that the ICC regulations, it has additional criteria. It says in addition, where a male player is seeking to qualify or play for an associate or affiliate member, he must also satisfy at least one of the following criteria. The player has played. This is what you're looking for. The player has played in a minimum of 50% of the domestic league matches that his club team was scheduled to play within the relevant domestic structure in any three of the preceding 5 domestic league seasons. Is that what you're looking for?
that's the ICC, right?
That's off of the ICC International Cricket Council player eligibility regulations.
No, so see, I'm bringing you back to where you want to go and why you feel hurt because you're you're stating that most of the locals that are stated to be in the MLC right now, they are not playing 50% of the local domestic league.
Yes, that's why I was a little bit shocked last episode, because I was looking for a lot of local names that we know of, guys that we grew up playing with, guys that we play here. in competitions, you were thinking that they would get the opportunity to go out and represent themselves, show what they're capable of doing. But yet you find a lot of the names are not so familiar because they probably pledged their allegiance.
Well, as I stated in the past episodes, it's all about getting the names or the recognized names out there so that they can make the competition look good, good package, and maybe later on they can give you what you desire. I
Yeah,
think
but I don't believe in that. I don't believe in the later on and packing this up to make it look good. I believe in if you're gonna have a local slot, give it to a local. Don't bring a guy just because he pledges his allegiance and he has a U.S. passport. You bring him over here, you pay him the money to go play because
and
what you're
his name
doing.
is bigger.
I don't care if his name is bigger. You have local guys here who are quite capable of playing the cricket, and not only that, they've put in the years here. They've played here locally. They've played in all of the leagues. I mean, guys here have sacrificed a lot as a club cricketer to represent the country or to play these competitions. So, if you have designated slots for locals, make it spots for locals.
All
That's
right.
all.
So
Hmm.
even though you have an issue, or both of us have an issue, I'm not gonna leave you alone out there. So even though there's an issue with you stating that most of the locals you don't recognize, we still do have a lot of locals that you do recognize. How do you think they're doing in the tournament?
I mean,
Um,
hmm, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
no, no, you can't. No, I was just asking, like, you know the
I'm,
names. You can just call
yeah, I
the
mean,
name and talk. How has he been performing? Because do you think the locals that we know are like standing up par to par with the other recognized internationals?
so a few of the local guys who are showing that they're capable of performing at this level, obviously is Nuchabaka. He's bowling tremendously well. He's continuing his form from the World Cup. Then you have Gauss who didn't get a big score, but still showing that he's capable of performing at this level as well. A lot of the other guys they haven't performed as well as we would like, but this is what this MLC is supposed to be. It's supposed to be giving the local guys a chance to showcase their talent or get a taste of um, professional cricket, if I may say that. So I don't want to go on too much about their performances so far. I mean, there's more games to go, but I would just like to see moving forward, possibly next year, that more of the local guys who have been here for years, specifically from let's put it this way. I'll make this a little bit easier then. There's a
Mhm.
competition called the MILC, right? Minor league.
Yes.
I would love to see more guys who played the last 3 years of minor league that we know, local guys, get an opportunity to play major league instead of you put obviously Stephen Taylor, Cheyenne Jangir, the USA players are going to be there because they represent the country. By all means, they should have a shot at the major league. But if you have 24 teams in the minor league with 18 players on the roster, I don't see why you have to go out of the country to have players come here to play as a local. To me, it's just defeating the purpose and taking away the slot from guys who've toiled in the minor league for the last couple of years. That's the best way for me to put it.
Definitely, definitely. And as you said, we can just talk.
Yep.
Hopefully, someone is just listening. But
Hey man, yeah. I hope they're listening. I mean, if they want to correct us, I mean, reach out to us, like, comment, share, let us know. That's just my thoughts on the topic. And I just want to see more local guys, man. I mean, we have so many cricketers here. I mean, USA has so much cricketers. You know as well as I know. I mean, there's so many leagues here that have quality cricket that play year in, year out. I mean, it should not be that difficult to pick some guys who are really local, who've been here toiling from the ground up. So
I think there
let's
is
see.
only I think there is only one player who I know play locally that didn't, or one or two, because I said the left under Clinton, he plays in the minor league, but
Mhm.
Dry, I know for
I know
sure
him.
that Yeah, he's not on the USA team, but he plays
Yeah,
locally, so that is
yeah,
good. That
yeah.
is
He
one.
played
But
local. He was here from day one. He's one of the guys that came over back in the day. So he's been here for all three editions of the minor league. So
so,
he'll probably get a chance.
do you know any other name that plays locally like that that isn't a part of the USA team that is in the major league now?
I mean, put it this way. Right before the T20 World Cup, they had what? They had a list of players. That list of players that they posted who went to trials to represent the country, that should be the locals getting picked in the local slots. That's how I look at it. And if the USA had a roster of 15 players that went to the World Cup, all 15 players should be on a major league team. That's how I look at it. We're trying to
Yeah,
develop the cricket here. How are you going to develop the cricket here if you're not giving the guys who are representing the country now and those coming up in the background a chance to go out there and show their talent? That's what I'm
speak your
talking about.
truth. Speak your truth, Big
Hey,
Nate. Speak to them.
I'm just saying, man. That I'm just saying. Make it make sense. Like I said, I like what the MLC is doing. Don't get me wrong. I like what they're doing, but six overseas players, and then you have the other local guys that are not even local. You know, let's
I
go. Let's
understand
get
it.
it.
It's yeah, it's tough. It's tough, but I hopefully as
It's
the
tough.
years progress, what you
It
want
gets
to
better.
see will happen.
Mhm. Yeah, they definitely got
But
to
it's a
spring
work in
that, man.
progress.
Yeah, it's a work in progress, and they're gonna get it right. I just think it doesn't look it. It's not good optics. Um, Especially for someone who's been here, living here locally. I mean, for years playing here, it's not good optics. And then you have six overseas players per starting 11. I mean, that's automatic. That's more than half the squad right there starting in the field. So I'm hoping next edition, that no more than four overseas players in the playing 11, and we have more local players from that list of potential USA players on the roster.
So I'm not sure if you know this, but I'll still ask it.
Mhm.
But so back when the IPL started, or maybe CPL, which might be more recent.
Mhm.
Do you remember how many overseas players they started with? Was it always four? Well,
I
and
Go ahead, go ahead.
for the CPL, how many overseas they have? Is it the
I
same
think
four?
I think it's four because it was stated that the ICC tightened the regulations last year that teams in official T20 leagues only be allowed to field four overseas players. So, like I said, we can go back and look it up and see, what's the maximum. But at the end of the day, whether it's IPL or CPL or whatever of the T20 leagues around the world, you always want to develop the local guys. So
Yeah,
a balance has to be made.
oh yeah, the reason I was asking is as I stated in the previous episodes, the reason why I think this is happening, as I said, it's just getting started. They want to
Hmm.
ensure they put their best foot out. They don't want to. As you think that the locals have the talent and the fundamentals, the talent to perform as the other international locals, as we're gonna call them. We're gonna call them international locals. But
At the end of the day,
let me finish first. So as I was saying, they didn't want to bring in so many locals, and then the performances in the tournament is like not up to par. Maybe they want to have that good put first couple of years where they have a lot of eyes investment. It looks attractive to for the new viewers, and then as I said, maybe 4 or 5 years down, and they might do what they had intended. So it's all strategy. So maybe it comes down to that. Maybe they want to push all the locals, but then investors want the big boys. I
I,
understand.
I understand and I hear what you're coming from, but like I said, at the end of the day, if you have a local slot, you can't be worried about, oh, these guys are not ready yet, because you got some of the guys that you bring here, they ain't doing anything. What are they doing? What have they done? I
But
mean,
that's the
one or
thing
two
with
guys that
cricket.
stand out. So it's like you rather fail with the guy that came over just for the Major League Cricket to say he pledged allegiance than fail with an up and coming youngster who's looking to go forward in the future. Nah, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I
I'm
would rather take the youngster out there and go with him. You still have six overseas players in the starting lineup. So you trying to tell me with the six that you have that they can't hold the weight for one or two of our local boys? Come on, man.
well, I'm just being devil's advocate, man. Don't
Ain't,
come
ain't
for
nothing
me.
wrong with that. I hear you. I hear you. Look, at the end of the day,
Oh
Major
boy.
League is doing what Major League think is the right thing for them. And you're right. It could be a marketing thing or for investments. I understand all of that. But like I said the optics doesn't look too good for the local players. Imagine, all right, put it this way. Imagine you're a local cricketer, right? And you've been playing for the last 10 years, trying to make the USA team. And every time you get close, you don't make it. So you go back to the drawing board and you're working harder. Oh, here's minor league, here's major league. And then you see the local slots filled, and you never see none of these guys playing here, how you've been toiling for the last 10 years. What motivation do you have to continue playing?
It
As a
just
youngster
it
coming up,
wasn't meant it wasn't meant to be.
yeah, but as a youngster, then all of our young future players, they're gonna be like, "Hey, man, I'm here. I've been grinding from on the 12, on the 15, on the 17, trying to make the USA team, trying to make Major League or MILC. Yet John flew over here 2 weeks before the tournament started. And he makes it as a local.
Well, as I said, let's just hope it's the beginning of it.
Hmm.
Maybe 2, 3 years down, it's what we intended it to be or what we thought it would
Yeah,
be. So we don't have to be having these thoughts or quarreling right now.
yeah, there's no problem. It's good banter back and forth. I mean, it's cricket. We love cricket. We're here for cricket, and we live in the USA. We want the best for the USA cricketers. But like I said, if we can't get a chance to showcase our talents as local USA cricketers, I mean, what's next?
All right, so we just finished discussing what it means to be a local. Good conversation. So we did select two teams at the beginning of who we think is gonna win the tournament. I selected the LA Knight Riders. Well, Big Nate think they are the LA Kings.
Hey, don't matter their name.
And he selected the Mumbai New York,
Am
MI
I
New
New
York.
York? Yeah, yep.
Mhm. He thinks that they're gonna win
Oh yeah,
back to
definitely.
back.
Back to back
Oh,
champ.
so let's just look how the table is looking and
Hmm.
where everyone is at. All right, so in top spot we have the Texas Super Kings. I almost say Chennai Super Kings.
It's easy
So
to do that.
so they played three, they win one, they lose one, and no result. No result. I always hate. Never
You
like
don't
that.
like splitting points? You don't like splitting points?
Nah, bro. I like to play the full match, and if we lose, we lose. Well,
Yeah, but
if
sometimes
we're
the weather permits.
yeah, we can't. That's always a big issue.
Yeah.
But Washington, they played two. They also have a no result, so
Mhm.
hard luck for them.
Yep.
MI New York,
1-1,
lose
lost one.
one, win one.
Yep, it's
Net
all
run,
good.
net run rate looking bossy.
Hmm.
LA Knight Riders, bro, we should have won at least two games. But
Definitely, definitely.
that game that we lost where they just lose one wicket against, I think it was Arcus, correct? Which team does Rickleton play for? Yeah,
Rikutan.
it's Arcus. Yeah,
Seattle? Yeah.
he and he and the cock plays for it. Those two boys hit our
Hmm.
bowlers all over the park.
Shots galore.
But we should have win that match, but hopefully we win the matches when it does matter. So we have unicorns down here.
Mm-hmm.
They
They're
won
good.
one, lose one.
Yep.
But we're watching the net runway.
Yeah. I always got to
So
keep an eye on that, especially when weather is playing. That's when there's weather. You always got to keep an eye on that net run rate.
so how did they have such a good so what did they use mostly? Do they use, even though it's showing right here what they used to calculate it? Because they only had one ball left when they defeated us, but they still had 9 wickets in hand. But the net run rate plummet.
Yeah.
So are you happy or confident with how MI New York is going?
Yeah, like I said, it's only 2 games. It's only 2 games. Still a lot more cricket left to play, more weeks left. And I have faith in the boys. Even that second game that we lost, I mean, that's a game that we should have won, but it's a part of cricket. We're gonna finish strong still. Like I said, at the end of the season, MI New York will be champions. Remember that.
So how you know you were gonna win that game? You don't see Smith and the boys are beating ball.
Man, cricket, lovely cricket.
Cricket.
You could be beating ball 1 minute and then the next time you're gone.
But
Anything can happen.
you guys made like 154. It's not like you make 200.
Doesn't matter. Runs on the board is runs on the board, Mr. CG. You know this as well as I do. Anything is
Well,
possible.
well, Doc Lewis method is sometimes cruel. So they must have been scoring well to win. Because
Yeah,
sometimes you set a big score, and when they do the numbers and give you a revised total, you're like, what the hell?
yep. You're trying to figure out like, where did they get this from? But I mean, we only made 154 runs, which is not a lot of runs in a T20. But I always like to say, if you make more than a run of balls, you can go out there and defend it. So I mean, they were 55 for one after 7.4 overs. So like you said, why do I think we would have won? Because like I said, it's 20 overs. So it just takes one delivery to get that wicket, and then the whole game changes. So we got the bowling attack. I back all the bowls that we have. You got the skipper Pollard. I mean, you got Puran. I mean, come on, man. Too many good heads out there. I'm backing
Yeah.
them all the way. I'm backing them all the way.
So you know the difference with your team and my team. Even though we have our superstars, as you said, your guys sometimes they might be more level-headed. Because Russell is a hothead, you know.
Yep.
So-
I think Pollard is a more composed captain and will think the game all the way down. So
and Narayan is, his role already.
yeah, he's
Is
cool
he
though.
that?
That one's cool.
Yeah. Is he? No, I'm talking about like performance wise
Oh yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah,
bat. With the bat, is either he gets it or he doesn't get it.
yeah. It kind of reminds me of Hito, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's the one. That's the only way they're gonna play.
yeah, you got a license to go, man. I wish I had that growing up, boy. I wish a captain told me, man, green light from ball one every game.
Me too. Cause that would have got rid of like 90% of my problem.
that's a
Scared of giving up my wicket.
that's a huge percentage.
Yeah, man. Bro.
Yeah,
You know that giving away your wicket, even when they expect you to bat long, is one of the biggest thing.
yeah,
Right?
definitely.
Yeah, so it affects your confidence. You don't want to take too much risk too early. So when they tell you that whatever happens, you start playing the shots. You get
Yeah,
expressive.
see ball, beat ball.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but
Yeah,
so LA New York LA Night Riders so far. You see, you let me talking about almost call
LA, New
them
York.
New
I
York.
hear you, but it's all good though.
Yeah, performance so far, hit and miss. You don't know what you'll be getting, but hopefully it can balance off. Roy, one of our openers, yeah, he's scored now, and then he get out. But that's T20, as you said.
Yep.
The local Chan, pronounce his first name again.
So I've Nuchabaka.
No, Chan. I'm
Omuk
talking about my team.
Omuk Chang. Omuk Chang.
Omok Chan. Yeah, he's also hot and cold too. Will play. I love the innings. Then next innings, get out cheap.
Yeah, that's cricket for you though.
Yeah, I know. And Russell
Mhm.
hitting down his wickets.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
and
That was wild.
Shakib ball all the way down the leg side. Try to sweep it for four. Sweep it right into the leg slip or leg gully. He was so unlucky, bro. That ball was like half a meter down the leg side.
Yeah.
Full toss and he slapped after it. So it's setting up good
Yep.
for them to finish strong because it can't get worse. Well, it
Yeah,
can get worse.
definitely.
It can get worse, but hopefully it doesn't get any worse.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we've seen some good cricket. Like I said, some quality knocks, a couple of centuries, a couple of big scores. So I think we're in for an exciting season. Looking forward to seeing it. I'm actually thinking about going out there to Texas to watch a few games, maybe one or two games. I definitely want to experience the atmosphere at one of those games. Maybe I might just go to the finals. I think the finals or elimination game I might go out there for and experience that atmosphere out there. Definitely want to do that before the season's over. So yeah, looking forward to the end of the season, man. So far so good.
How much are the tickets for like finals?
I mean, I saw ticket prices from $35 to $40 all the way up. So it just depends. But if I go out there, I want to be as close as I can to the action. So we'll definitely look at the tickets to see which one's going to put us in the right spot.
So right now we're gonna be talking about our local cricket in Central Florida.
Yep,
So
yep, yep,
it's the
yep.
playoffs time. Big Nate's team, Islanders CC, defending champions. They are in the semifinals. They will be playing this Sunday. My team, Orlando CC, longtime champions. They're trying to do what we used to do, winning it every year.
Yeah, trying to do.
Yeah. But we're in the quarterfinals and we will play on Sunday as well. So they have an opportunity to go to the finals and we have an opportunity to go to the semifinals. So let us just bring up those fixtures just to see what is happening. So these are the fixtures. So we have Bikaska CC going up against Islander CC. So Bikaska, aka Palm Bay, they were my old team. They're having a good season. Dune feels like our Big Nate rather feels like he has a easy semifinal opponent. I'm
First of
just
all,
messing
don't even try that. Big Nate does not take no opponent lightly. Don't come on here with your shenanigans now. I'm looking
I
forward to
thought
a great semifinals against Palm Bay. May the best team win, but we're going out there to kill. That's all I gotta say.
so. You're switching your mouth now. You're not planning on opening and make 200.
Oh no. That's when I play against Orlando in the T20 league. Let it be known. Let it be known, people. The first game that Big Nate comes up against Orlando CC in the T20 competition, I'm scoring 200 in T20. I'm going for the record. You heard it here first.
Oh boy! If only Dimitri will give him a chance to open, but it's gonna crash.
Hey, Skip, if you watching this,
But-
Skip, let me open the batting. Green light. Give me the green light, Skip.
so if you got, well, I was gonna ask what you would like to do if you win the toss, but I don't think you want to go into all that details.
I mean, it
But
doesn't really matter, man. It's the playoffs. When we get to the field on Sunday, I'm gonna get there bright and early. More than likely, we're going to check the weather. Is it going to rain? Is it raining? Did it rain overnight? Is the field wet? All that comes into play. You don't just go out there and say you want to bat and just go bat. So we'll assess the situation the day of. Me personally, I'm going to kill. If the field's wet or the outfield has dew, we bowl first, strike them where it hurts, go knock the runs off. If we go down there and it's sunshine, it's bright, outfield is beautiful, we open the bat and score 400. Let's go, baby. Let's
You
go.
see?
Confident.
400. You want to set record on a huge field.
Yes, lots of running, singles, ones and twos. We can do it. We got the battle lineup to do it. You've
All
seen
right.
we scored over 300 runs multiple times this season. It ain't no fluke.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
300 is reasonable, but 400, you
just
have
need
to.
one person to go off.
No, you need more than one person going off.
Hey, Heater went off 141 game. Don't forget.
Yeah, but even then, that's when you get to 300. But you need more than one person doing that. But let's look on how you guys finish in the table. So second and third, Bikaska finished in second. They only lost two. You guys lost three, and no result for one. So yeah, pretty close in the table.
Yes.
So not, but you can see that net run rate, massive. Only one team pushing that, and it's 22 yards. But for my team, we have the rerun, which is Orlando CC versus Maverick CC. Change of field though. We are now at Silver Star in the bowl or the oven. What
Oh,
do you
for
guys
real?
got?
It's showing that it's showing Eagles Nest here.
No, that's another match. That's challengers. But our match will be at Silver Star. It's Mavericks home match as they finish ahead of us in the regular league season. They finished fourth and we finished fifth.
Yes,
So
yes.
so yeah, they have the home advantage.
Wow.
So 22
That's gonna be a
yards.
good game.
Yeah, so 22 yards who didn't lose a match, sitting and waiting for whoever wins the quarterfinals between Mavericks and Orlando CC.
Yes.
So yeah, hopefully Orlando CC, my team, can make it to the semis.
Yeah,
Once
man. Come
once
on,
once
man.
once once half of us put in a performance, I know that we'll be there. We just need to stop collapsing.
Yeah.
Not
Work
everyone
in that
trying to
middle.
hit big six. Not everyone trying to hit big sixes. You hit 1 6 and come in. It's not gonna work.
No, no, no,
We
no.
all know you can do it. Just we gotta bat out our overs and just keep a level head.
Definitely. And take it catches. Come on, man. Orlando
Yeah,
Cricket
yeah.
Club, if you're watching this, take it catches. Catches win matches. Man, the
E-
bowlers are hurting,
Every
man. I'm watching the videos and the bowler bowls a good delivery, the ball's in the air, the bowler's like this. They're not even excited. They're just thinking, this here's another drop catch.
every team drop catches, man.
Yeah, but the videos
Islanders drop catches too. Is just because
you
it's not being video.
yes, but when you watch your videos that you post of your team and you
That's the
put
thing,
another one drop, another one.
man. I'm a culprit of some drop catches and bad feeling too. But as you
Mm,
said, as long as we just support each other and keep on pushing,
hmm.
like we gonna get chances too. So it's just who makes the best of their chances, bro. Listen, most of the guys can catch. If you do catching practice, they'll catch the ball. Even the international players be dropping all kind of catches.
That's
So
true. That's true. But
it's just part of the game, and we just have to just move on positively.
hmm,
It's how you move on from a drop catch that sometimes
true.
dictates the outcome. Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm trying to go there and try a good meal before I reach there. Because
Definitely.
the last time I went to a game and don't eat properly, couldn't even hit a ball.
Yeah. You
No
definitely
power.
wanna you definitely wanna eat a good healthy meal before you go play. I mean, remember it's 30 overs. It's not
35
it's 35 overs, it's not T20. So
in 100 degrees and over.
and heat, humid. It's Florida. Cricket don't stop
High.
here in Florida. So make sure you get a good meal in and don't play superhero and go out there and beat Mavericks. Would love to see you guys play 22 yards. I would love to see that.
Listen, all our matches coming is just for revenge. Every team that
Mhm.
will be playing or have a possibility of playing, they beat us. So I just think it's our time now.
Good. Well, good luck. Good luck this weekend, and hopefully we could see you guys in the finals. That would be awesome.
It sets up for that. It
Definitely.
sets up for
Uh-huh.
that.
Yep.
So we'll
Shout out to
see.
the Island Cricket Club. We're trying to make it 3 championships in a row. We won the 35 and the T20 last year, and we're looking to do it again this year.
They're
So
going for 2P in the
yes, we're going for the
35
two
overs.
P. We're going for the 2P in the 35 overs, and it will be 3 consecutive championships in a row. So we
Definitely.
have our goal set high, and we're trying to make a statement here in the Florida Cricket Conference.
So Dene, I know this is US cricket talk, but you know we are Caribbean boys, have Caribbean roots, and West Indies is playing. West Indies is
West
playing
Indies.
a test in England.
Yes, sir.
And boy oh boy, do you think we should stop playing test cricket?
No, I don't think we should stop playing Test cricket. I mean,
Hold on,
there's no reason.
before you say that, let me pull up the score right now. So maybe you'll change your your mind from there. All right, so this is how it's looking. So West Indies is
Uh-huh.
batting for the second time. The
Yes,
first
sir.
time they were all out for 121. Now they're
Four.
79 for 6. England batted once, made 371, and now it seems as if they're not gonna bat again. Huh?
Oh boy.
What you have to say to me? So let me look at the number of overs that West Indies batted. So let me see here. They batted hot
41.4 overs.
for the first innings.
Yes, not even 50 overs. Not
The
even in a
second
one day.
the second innings 34.5. They might reach the 42 overs, but they have way less runs. England, on the other hand, batted 90 overs. So England scoring at a way faster rate than West Indies. No centuries for England though. But
Yeah.
with all seriousness, I'm watching like Michael Lewis. Seems to have good technique. They batting well, they start well, but it's just that they can't continue. Like
Yeah.
you can know once they face like party balls going up, they're starting to give chances. And then you see none of them played over 60 balls, it seems, on West
So not,
Indies.
not none of them did. The strike rate is also very, very low too as well. If you compare our batting strike rate compared to England, it's very, 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 very low. I mean, look. My take on this, man. West Indies. I'm not gonna say they should not play Test cricket no more. Obviously, you have ups and downs, but from what I've seen, it's a young batting lineup that they went with. A lot of guys making their debut, so you can't really put too much pressure on them. But at this level, I mean, 121 in the first innings is not enough. You know, you expect the captain and the other senior players to step up and fill that gap where it needs to be filled. But we can't be batting scared. We can't be batting like we're just trying to not get out. That seems to be the approach of the players as I'm watching the game is, hey, I'm just gonna block, 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 and try to stay out here as long as I can. Because what that tends to do, you get into a mode of just, going through the motion, going through the motion. It just takes one shift or one movement, and you're nicked off. You get sent in. I mean,
Yeah,
for Craig Bradway as the captain, I mean, 6 off 33. I mean, what are you doing? What are you trying to accomplish? You got to set a platform for the rest of the guys to come up behind you and follow. So I mean, it's just the
the
first.
second
Hmm?
innings wasn't even better. Look on the second. This is the second inning score.
Yeah, well, I didn't want. I wasn't even going to go to the second. I was looking at the first innings. But let me go down. Hold on one second. Yeah, I mean, 4 off 26 is just it's like the batters are batting too tentative. They're not playing their natural game. I mean, look at England, dude. 76 off 89. 57 from 74. Like, it's a complete 360 from a complete difference from how we're batting. They're batting more confident, but it's also their home ground. It's their home territory. But
Yeah, that's what I was gonna touch on because
yeah.
I know there are times when test teams like they're all out for a low total,
Hmm.
and on the other time, at other times they make runs. Because sometimes when England comes to the Caribbean, this happens to them. But
Yep.
so you just believe that the conditions have a huge thing to do with it.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. The conditions do play a part, but they're professional cricketers, so I just want them when they're batting to just have a little bit more confidence, have a little bit
More
more
purpose.
aggression. Yeah, like go out there and say, you know what, let me get some runs. Don't just go out there and block. It just looks like that's what they're doing. Like, it's a young core of new batsmen in the middle order. They're fresh, so we're gonna give them. They should get a run. We shouldn't just look at them and say, oh, let's get rid of them. But yeah, they gotta step up big time. I mean, hopefully the Silva could hold his own tomorrow and put some runs on the board and really dig deep and try to go for a draw. It's possible. I mean, look at Azari, man. Azari went out there and was battling like he's a top order batsman.
That's
I
what I
mean,
was saying. That's what I
if
was gonna
Azari can
say.
go, yeah, if Azari can go out there and play his shots and score, I mean, why is it our senior guys can't do the same? You
It's
know?
the same thing as batting without pressure. Alzari doesn't let pressure get to him any at all. He's
Yeah,
just
that's
going out
true.
there and do one thing, and he knows
Yeah, I
that
mean, if the
that's
ball is there, yeah,
not his role to stay there and bat long. He's just gonna do what he can do.
yeah,
But
definitely.
as I was saying, as I saw with most of the batters, um, they weren't batting to score runs. They were just trying to stay there. Um,
Yeah,
Scared of
th-
losing their wicket. They want to perform, but sometimes when you put too much pressure on yourself, the rest
yeah,
is
it
on you and like
backfired.
freezes you up. But as you were saying, this is not really like a new squad. They play a
No,
couple matches together. The only new player I saw is Mikhail Louis. Like
yeah.
all the other ones, they went to Australia and toppled them over. So it's not like West Indies have much to come and replace in the test team, other than maybe Shanda Paul, age 9.
Yeah. Yeah, I think West Indies dropped the ball by getting rid of him. I mean, I know you had a few failed matches after his debut, but I mean, you got to give guys a run. I mean, you got to give him a run. They missed the trick by bringing him. They should definitely try to get him in this team. I mean, there's no reason why he shouldn't be there. I would have him come back in the team and open the batting with Craig and see if they could make something happen. Also, I mean,
That
what's wrong with
this
Shy
this
Hope?
this guy Mikhail Louis is good enough.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. I
He's
like I
solid.
like
He's
Mikhail
solid.
Louis. So
So
then so then you drop. I mean, look, at this point you gotta mix it up. If Mikhail Louis, he's looking good. I mean, very good debut. I mean, obviously he wanted to get a 50, but he fell short a little bit, but still a good debut. Looked very impressive. If you want to go with him moving forward, then how about you have him and Tage open the batting and the captain slaps down a three. Maybe the captain needs to change. Maybe the captain need to go to one down then. Maybe go down there and try to extend the West Indies batting a little bit. There's different things you could look at doing. Maybe try to see if Shy Hope wants to play test to strengthen the batting. I mean, it's the batting department that needs work.
yeah, man, Jason Holder.
One,
What do you think about Holder, bro?
I don't know. He's having a bad. He's a good all rounder, but I just don't know what's happened to him as of lately.
Yeah, he's in a slump, man.
Yeah, hopefully he can get out of it. But yeah, I really hope tomorrow De Silva and Zari just go out there and just put some runs on the board and try to go for the draw. Is it likely? Nah, I don't see him making it. To be honest with you, I don't.
Remember, England has to bat again. But listen, what you think about the mental? Yeah, I know we were talking about them not batting with enough intent, but do you think they should like they know they're not gonna last that long? Well, that's not good of me saying, but do you think
Yeah, I don't think
do you think they should approach it as they're playing like a 50 over?
so. I'm not gonna. What I would like to see them do is be a little bit more. Um, how do I say? Be a little bit more. Not aggressive, but show a little bit more intent. The intent's not there. Yo, I was watching the game. There's a lot of balls that should be dispatched for four that we're just blocking. A lot of balls that we're getting that we could rotate in the gap for two or three or one. We're just blocking, just killing it dead, killing it dead. Like
That's that's what I'm
those are
saying.
those are deliveries that you got to go out there and say, hey, look, if he gives me this half volley, let me get in line and push it for this single and rotate the strike. You got four steps behind you, two gully. Come on, there's a lot of room on the field. I'm not saying that to go out there and trash your hands and be ultra aggressive and give your wicket away, but at least show some intent, solid. Maybe bat outside the crease, try to cut some of that swing out. There's some small things you could do to try to get some runs on the board.
And you know what they would say to us?
Way crazy.
It's easier to say more than do.
I know,
So
but you know what?
so are they saying that their England's bowlers are better than our bowlers? Because they must be getting that same training.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, man, you really look at
Yeah,
the debut.
game time is always different than training.
Yeah,
So
definitely. And our look at these guys. This is one of the things that I always talked about in the countries and their level of experience. So England, Australia, India, they always based on their structure and their grassroots cricket from a young age all the way up, there's always somebody waiting to fill that slot. West Indies, on the other hand, is like we have to scratch and struggle to find somebody to replace. Look at the debut Atkinson had. I mean, just now when our guy retires, what's his name? When Anderson retires, they're gonna have somebody else to fill Anderson's spot. That's just waiting. That's gonna walk in and act like they've been there, they've done it. Because they have the proper structure in place. County cricket, lots of cricket.
mhm.
That's the best form of training. Cricket. Play cricket. Play cricket. You want to get better at cricket? Play cricket. These guys are constantly playing all the way up, and you're not playing for England yet? No problem. First class, first class, first class. Oh, my name is called. My number is called. They come up to they make a debut. Looks like they've been there for years. That's
So
what
what?
West Indies got to work on.
So county cricket, is it a higher level than like the 4 day cricket that
Yes,
Jamaica and Guyana
yes,
love
of
to play?
course. Yes, yes. I'm sorry to say this. Yes. County cricket in England is a higher level than first class cricket in the Caribbean. We're not playing enough first class cricket. We're not
So well,
playing
then
enough.
that's the problem. Then that's why
Yeah.
Holder goes over there to play because
That's why a
I
lot of
think
people go over there and play to get better. To get better.
uh,
Like I said, if you want to get better, you got to play more cricket. So what West Indies needs to do is to figure out how they can have more first class cricket played in the Caribbean. They have to. They
oh
have to.
boy. Well, I just it's just painful to always see when they like crumbling like this.
Yeah.
But
It
as we
is.
said,
We grew up watching them. It is. But
I see a lot of
They,
potential out there,
yeah,
bro. I like Hodge. I like
yeah,
Atanes. Kirk McKenzie. He didn't perform this time, but in the last couple of matches, I see him play some good
yeah,
positive strokes.
yeah.
Mikhail Louis looks solid. I
Yes,
can see that he doesn't want to lose his wicket.
he has the potential, and he's playing his shots as well.
Yeah,
Bro,
but
give these guys a couple more run. What I want to see is them get a good run. Don't,
yeah,
not because they're struggling now, you're gonna get rid of them. Give them a good run. Give them five, six series. Let's see if they develop into something. It's the first time they're new, they're young, so give them a run. But I would love to see Tage been brought back in. I want to see Tage back in the side, and I would like to see Tage and possibly Shy Hope in this squad and try to strengthen the batting. That's
and
something that they might look at.
another thing. I was looking at how Brathwaite got out, and it seems as if he was just unlucky. And the first one, it was like I think like seventh stump, sixth stump, he jogged on,
Yeah,
played onto his wicket, and then the second time he got a beauty from Anderson. I guess he could have been more balanced because it seemed as if he was tipped over. But
yeah,
what I was gonna say is that for the seniors, I don't like to see when they get out foolishly.
yeah, yeah. This
Like
was
how
ridiculous
Holder
from the
got
front.
out, Holder and Da Silva, they have to be they have to be set in partnership, man. Every time they go out
Yeah,
there, they have the most time they have to give a good hand. If they get a beauty, we,
that's
we
not a
don't worry
problem.
about beauty, you know. If we get
No,
a
no, no, no.
beauty, yes. But if you're
Get a
playing
beauty.
some bad shots like Atanaz giveaways wicket, always fishing off some length balls that 50-50 chance you can hit or miss or nick.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have the potential, but man, there's a lot of hoping we're gonna have to do. A lot of
Yep,
hoping.
definitely, definitely. But I'll watch the game tomorrow and I'll see what they do. Like I said, hopefully Azari could come out there and put a little innings together. I've seen Azari bat before. One game I think he was against New Zealand. I think he made an 80, so he's capable of putting some runs on the board. So hopefully he goes out there. He's not a scared cricketer. He's gonna go out there and if he put the ball there, he's gonna play a shot. So hopefully
Yeah.
him and
Yeah,
the
let me
Silver
see.
could put something on the board.
Yeah, Holder was going good, bro. And as I tell you, as they reach like 50 something bars, yeah.
Something's gonna happen.
Because he was going good and then he just got out. He was so angry.
Yeah.
God damn it, man. But West Indies, West Indies.
West Indies, man. Love West Indies, man. Man, I love West Indies. Grew up watching them. Used to go to all the games back in Antigua, man. Sit in the schoolboy stands, man. So much great memories, man. This the great Sir Viv, Curtly Ambrose, Lara, Ridley Jacobs. I remember watching these guys growing up, man. We used to dominate. Now we just got to settle for these guys, man.
Yeah, bro. We're going to the bottom of the barrel soon, bro.
Hopefully, we could get back some of that,
Scraping.
man. Some of that flash, the flashes of brilliance.
So
You know,
you think most of it is due to like funding? They have more funding than us.
it could be. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with their funds or their funding. All I know is, in order to get better, you gotta play more cricket, more cricket, more cricket, more competitive cricket, more cricket. Play more cricket.
Because England and all most of those countries they have top class facilities and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So rain, sun or shine, they have lots of nets. In although I know some Caribbean, but maybe the quality of those nets, bowling machine and everything, more accessible to a wider range of players. I think that's it for episode 3.
Yes, sir.
So we did go over how you're considered a local in the Major League Cricket,
Mm-hmm.
and we did go over how our teams are doing LA Knight Riders. Hopefully they'll finish strong. MI New York. Hopefully they'll
Champion.
finish. Hopefully they'll finish worse. I'm just
No
messing
word.
around.
MI New York.
That
See
is
y'all
not
in the
even
final.
grammatically correct. Yeah, man.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah, may the best team win. Whoever performs on the day. It's all good. It doesn't matter who win. I just want to see good, exciting cricket.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully the locals performing and even be one of the match winners in one of the finals this time. I know Poran was the last match winner in the final. So hopefully a local takes it this time. Yep. And you don't know, we have our Central Florida local cricket. The
Yep,
real,
we
real
do.
local. The real local.
The real local boys, the guys
Yeah,
who've been
man,
here calling and fighting for years.
the locals. Every Sunday we out there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it ain't just the FCC, which is the Florida Cricket Conference. Just want to shout out the Washington Cricket League, the Houston Cricket League, the Southwest Florida Cricket League, and all the other leagues here across the country of the USA. There's a
And the South
lot of leagues
and the
here,
South Florida Premier League, the one
and the
closest to
South
us. So,
Florida
oh,
Premier
you
League,
leaving out the
and the South Florida Premier League. I'm just saying, there's a lot of cricket leagues here with a lot of cricket players,
and
thousands of cricket players that play every weekend, year in, year out. Real
yes,
local.
as the South Premier League, you get the Fort Lauderdale Lions, and the Central Florida Cricket League. That's where you get the Galaxy.
Yes, the
And
Orlando
those are
Galaxy.
the minor league teams in the
Mhm.
South Florida region.
Yes, sir.
Or yeah, the Florida region, right? Because there's
It's
no
a
other
South
team.
region, but down south in Florida, you can say yes. Those are the two minor league teams.
Do you have any other teams in Florida?
It used to, but
That
they're not there no longer. Back in the day, it's just two. It's just two Lions and
oh
Galaxy. Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah, man. And then we did go over our beloved West Indies. When
yes.
will we go back to the
Definitely.
glory days? Oh my!
I don't think
But
we're
we
gonna
just
see
have
that anytime soon.
because everyone getting stronger. Bangladesh,
Hmm.
Afghanistan. Even though I don't see them much on the test stage. Has Afghanistan played any test matches?
Yes, yes, of course. They played multiple test matches.
I guess I need to watch
Yeah,
more cricket.
yeah.
But
Afghanistan might mess around and beat us in a test match the way we're playing right now. West
oh,
Indies.
damn. But yeah, that is it for episode 3. Any last words, Mr. BIGNATE?
Nah, man, it was a good episode, man, and looking forward to the next one. Let's keep going. U.S. cricket, baby.
All right. Like, share, and subscribe. BIGNATE Cricket, CG the Genius. Stay tuned. We have more highlights coming off the playoff, the knockouts. And you don't know, like, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed and be safe.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.